Go. Go, Marty. Go. Hello folks, Jason Witten here with you. Welcome along to the 2022 National Championships here in Sydney. All right.
Hey folks, welcome to the National 2022 Bouldering Championships here in Sydney. Jason Witten with you here. We're in for a action-packed 2 days here at the Sydney Indoor Climbing Centre. The best of the best boulderers have showed up and we're looking forward to seeing them put on a great show and compete over these 2 days, Thursday and Friday. Let's not muck around, folks. Let's get into it.
Got the moment to strike, I don't hesitate. I'm feeling like winning, they spitting the venom, but I got the power, I ain't afraid. I'm in your face. Forget tomorrow, man, I'm here today. Won't settle for good, man, I'm shooting for great. To remember my name when I'm in the grave. Yeah, all in, not pretending. Hall of Fame in with the veterans. I ain't playing weak, no, I'm playing for keeps. Can't stop me, I'm a legend. I run with the crew that's making the moves. Get out of the way, we coming through. We got this, never stopping, and we won't lose. No, we can't lose. Yeah.
All right, folks, Jason Witten back with you now. Welcome to the 2022 National Championships here in Sydney. You're joining us live for the semi-finals, the bouldering semi-finals. We've had a action-packed yesterday with the qualifiers. Everybody went pretty hard, making sure they put the best efforts in to see if they could qualify into the semis. Big day today. We've got 40 competitors, folks. The best of the best Australia's got to offer. Welcome along here at the Sydney Indoor Climbing Centre. And we've already got a number of the team on the mats, ready for their day of climbing. Semi-finals now, folks, for an hour or two. We've got 40 competitors lined up, and they will have a chance to climb all 5 boulder problems here today. The format today will be 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And rotating with the males and the females as we go. And one of our first competitors here, Callum Highland, out from Tasmania. Callum finished in 20th yesterday, and he's competed for many years. He's been making finals quite consistently at a state and national level. So Callum's on the first boulder problem today. And seeing if he can get his competition off to a good start. Only 40 seconds left. It is a 5-minute rolling clock, folks, as we go. The competition for the semi-finals. We'll end up having a pretty busy time of it out on the mats. Out on the mats for a bit later on. Starts off a little bit slow and then gets things going. For the competition, once the competitors get out and about on the mat. But here we go, the cycle now starts. We get our next few competitors as we go. All right. On the mat right now. Looks like it's Elisa Andreas and competitor number 5, Tyler Bergen from WA. Sometimes, yep. All right. Elisa. Did well yesterday in the qualifiers, coming in, I think, 19th or 18th, Elisa, yesterday. She hails from the ACT, and she's been climbing for quite a while as well, and competing in many competitions. Age 15, quite young, but she's been in the World Championships in Dallas, boulder, speed and lead in this year. Came 23rd in boulder and 22nd in lead in the Youth Championships. Getting pretty close to a top there. Still got plenty of time, 5 minutes on the clock. And looks like she probably worked that one out as we count this clock down. They do, the format, folks, is once the time is up, your attempt or go at the boulder problem is done and dusted. It used to be you could continue to climb after the time was up, but now the format is once the clock is done, that's it, you're off the mats, or you're off the ball anyway, and back to a seating position. Let's have a little talk about what the scoring and some of the rules of the boulder competition are. You might see some tape along the way. How does it work? How does the scoring work? Well, you can see the yellow tape at the bottom there, folks. That denotes how you start the boulder problems. And along the way, you can see right there on his right hand with a small green circle, that's what's called a zone. That's the first for Tyler's attempt at the first boulder problem here. That's the first real place where you can get to score. That's called an attempt to zone. That's a zone, and obviously at the top is a top. You start at the bottom, you go to the top. The least amount of attempts at the boulder problem is better. The more it works in reverse, attempts to a zone, attempts to a top. A little bit complicated, but we'll show you the scoreboard a bit later on as we follow the competitors today. And Elisa got quite close to this one last time. She's already made the zone. She scored that one. She was one move away from the top, so let's see if she can make this work. Really digging deep on this one. Quite a sloping hold at the top there. Just got to get her body position in place. Oh, running out of power there, I think. But let's see how Tyler goes here. That was his high point last time. Looks like it's quite a sloping hold. Nothing to hold on to there. But I'm sure he'll work it out. Eliza's saving a little bit of energy here. She's sort of made a high point. She's made a zone. A little bit of strategy in the scoring here today. They've got 5 boulder problems to go through. The clock will continue to count down. We'll end up with a lot of competitors on the mat a bit later on. Tyler's done and dusted. And Tyler started climbing late and has only been competing for a few years, and now he's in the national competition here in Sydney in the Western Australian state team, which is a great achievement. Out here now we've got Sobi and Dobby. Sabian's from New South Wales. Has been competing in the competitions as well. She's 25 and has been competing in the IFC Championships. Competed in the Oceania Continental Championships way back in 2013, and has done pretty well over that period. She's recently gone and competed in Salt Lake City in the US just recently, and in Brixton for the World Cup for the IFC. Did pretty well over there, 57th, 51st and 79. So you're seeing one of Australia's top 20 climbers here give these first boulder problems a few goes here. All right, who we got else on the mat there? We have Ryan from Tassie, Schoonlicker, I think that is. Good to see you guys online at home, folks. A few shout-outs here for a few of our competitors. Toby's giving Nash a bit of a shout-out, and Josini giving a shout-out to Nash as well. Marco as well. Everyone's online for Nashy. But let us know who you're supporting online. I can see a lot of watchers at home. Fantastic to have you on the live stream, folks. Great to have you joining us. Let us know who you're shouting out for in the chat. Make sure you share the link as we get along this afternoon. We will have our finals this afternoon, folks. And that'll be a bit later on this afternoon. Around about 2 o'clock will be the finals. But now, for the next 2 hours, we're going to see the semi-finals, where the top 20 from yesterday, the qualifiers, from both male and female, will be seeing if they can make their way to the finals. There'll only be 6 competitors in the finals later on. The top 6 go through. And Nasha making good progress here. Made the zone on that one. Ryan not really getting past that first section there under the roof. Trying to get to the zone. Looks like a bit of a complicated section. Plenty of volumes there hanging off the wall. Those grey pieces, folks, if you don't already know, many of you may already, but they are core volumes. They help the route setters make a little bit more dimensions and shapes to the boulder problems, and gives quite a lot of life to the shape of the wall. A little bit of a dynamic coordination move here. Callum trying to stick this one. Oh, that was close. Let's see if Ryan can get himself past this section here. Big lock-off maneuver. Yes. Come on, Ryan. Oh, so close. 9 seconds to go. Oh, and Callum makes it on the buzzer. Oh, there you go. He's pretty happy with that, I'm sure. Ends 2. Can be topped pretty quickly by the look of that thing. Now we've got Tyler. Going to give that one a bit of a go. All right, our next competitor out here, Neve. Looking pretty strong here in the roof, making short work of that one. Only a couple more moves to go, but this last move, bit of a sting in the tail on this female one. Quite a slopey piece of plastic there to hang on to. Looks like we might be getting close to a top here. Don't kibosh that. Oh! And it's not over till you match both hands on the top hole, folks. For many of you at home, you probably already know what is going on. However, if you're new to climbing, if you're watching family or friends, let us know. We usually have a lot of people joining us in the live stream from overseas, watching family, friends all over the country, which is awesome. Tyler here, making pretty short work of that first part of the coordination boulder problem. Not sticking those mid moves. Callum there just waiting for his next turn. Bit of a deep breather. What they have to do, folks, as the competitors come out, they have their 5-minute rotation on the wall, and then they will sit down and wait for the next turn of the clock. So really, all in all, it will only be 25 minutes of climbing for them, but they will end up waiting at least an hour or so on the mats, or combination out there competing to see if they can make it to the finals. Big shout out to our sponsors here today. We wouldn't be able to do these competitions as well, from Chili Pepper, Red Chili, Arcturix and Edelrid. Great to have awesome sponsors supporting the sport. It's fantastic these days. The climbing gyms are prolific around the world and in Australia, and fantastic to see so many strong climbers being able to compete. And the big move there. Oh, looks like we've got another top over there from Tyler. The top on men's too. All right. Neve about to see if she can finish off this female number one. It's got pretty close, made the zone already. Knows what she's got to do. Just got to lock in for that final move at the top. A lot further than it looks, and quite slopey that move, but looks like she's powering out right now. She might sort of sit it out, wait maybe for, the last 30 seconds on the clock, and see if she's got enough fuel in the tank for that one. All right, locking that down smoothly now. That looks like it might be Trent Seacry from South Australia. I can see on the back of there. All right, next rotation for the climbers. Starting out right now. Looks like we got Max Thomas here from Queensland. Max was recently in Texas, I think, for the Youth Boulder Cup, and I think it was Speed and Lead also. Now we've also got Etsy Tweg from South Australia, about to start on her first boulder problem of her semi-finals. We've got Nasia over there on female 3. Callum here on men's 3. Just sort of seeing if he can make that work. All right. Let's see, seeing if she can make this work. We've seen a few of the women get to the final hold, or the second hold from the top. Let's see if we can get a top or two on each of these boulder problems. Still got a long way to go, folks. 20 climbers all up here in the semi-finals. Plenty of bouldering action to see. Let's see if she can pull in on this one. Just, yes, looks like there's a top here. Well done, Etsy. First top on female 1. Boulder problem. Made that look a bit easy, actually. And I'm sure it's not. But Sobian making the zone here. This looks like quite a compression, climbing up this sort of bit of a dull arete here, bit of a compression climb, lots of body position, toe hooking, opposition needed. She's making good progress on this though. Looks like there's a bit of a transition around. Oh. Around the corner. Max still on men's 1. Looking at his fingers, saying, come on fingers, hold on tighter. Callum Highland from Tasmania. We saw him get a top on the buzzer really on men's number 2. And see if he can make this work. Oh, nice body tension. All right. I wonder if he'll get the zone on that one. I wonder if he's made the zone. What you've got to do, folks, to get a score or to get the zone awarded or the top awarded, you've got to control that hold and or move off the zone or attempt to move off the zone and the top hold to make sure you get a top confirmed. You've got to match with both hands and have control. Shout out to one of our main sponsors, Edelrid, Arc'teryx, and Red Chili. Great to have awesome sponsors here for the National Championships here, the 2022 Australian National Championships. You're watching the bouldering semi-final, folks. I'm sure the action will heat up a little bit later when we get to more climbers on the floor. There are 40 climbers all up to rotate through these 5 boulder problems here today on the semi-finals in a 5-minute fashion. 5 minutes on the clock. They rotate through to the next boulder problem. You can see everyone sort of getting up, moving along. Start at number 1, move through to number 4 in sequence. 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. So we're probably about a third the way through of the competitors. They come out in reverse order. So they come out 20 from 20th to 1st. So we'll see our first climbers out a little bit later on. But right now, we've got Chikwi on the wall, starting her campaign. South Australia. And Neve Doherty made zone on that one. Chikwi looking very strong on female number 1. I think you might need to go up with the left hand there, but we'll see. Just dropping down, making sure get the right sequence here. The route setters here till late. Big shout out to those guys and girls. Trying the match. No, I think the sequences are a little bit different to that. I'm sure she'll work it out. Bit of a look from the mat. Bit of a run through. Plenty of time to get a top in this one. You can have as many attempts as you want, folks. However, the more attempts you have, the more that works against you in your score. You get scored to zone, which is that green circle, as you can see there on Neve's right hand. That's a zone. That's a zone score. Making good progress now. Across here. Oh, quite a slopey hold to make that transition. Chikwi making that that jug there just out of the roof, but not really getting that next part of the sequence down pat. It sort of changes from a big hold to a bit of a crimp power move up to something slopey. Not really reading that properly just yet. Got Tyler. Tyler got a top on men's number 2. And we'll see how he goes with men's number 3 here. All right, back with Neve. Finding that a little bit better now. Yeah, up. Oh, got to make that transition around the corner. I think down low on that would work. But we'll see as we progress. We'll see the climbers come out. Hopefully we get a top on all of them. We've got to, I think, got to go with the left here. But Chikwi not working out the sequence just yet. But there's plenty of ways to skin a cat, so they say, when it comes to a boulder problem, folks. Not only can it be done the way you might see one climber or boulderer do it, many different ways of doing things with different people's ability, athletic, flexibility, dynamic, you name it. But the boulder problems are usually set, and the route setters try to encourage a certain sequence or a certain sequence of maneuvers, so they can test the climber's abilities in certain different styles of climbing, certain different styles of moves. A lot of thought and preparation goes into setting the boulder problems. Last night the route setters were here till well after 10 p.m. making sure each of the boulder problems are set. Oh, Hugo making zone, which is a good start to the semis, and usually the semis are a little bit stiffer. The boulder problems in the sets are a little bit stiffer compared to the finals, but we shall see. We've got Kira Larson here from Victoria, and she's on the youth on the Australian development team, Youth A. About to kick off her competition. Aidan Yenev from Western Australia here, starting his set as well. right out of the gates, there's a very strong move here for on men's one. Not necessarily making it look easy, but he's powering through that. Yeah, Aiden here, so looking, awesome cross through. First time I've seen a competitor do that one. Oh, we could be in for a top here, folks. Come on, one more move. Yes. Well, Aiden's thrown down the gauntlet, and I think that was a flash as well. So, folks, when you get scored, the attempts, the number of attempts to the top of the climb are counted. But if you do it in one attempt, first go, it's called a flash attempt. This is an on-site format, so they have not seen the boulder problems before in the finals. They will get a chance to come out and look at the boulder problems prior to climbing. But in the semis, it's an on-site format. First time they see them is when they land on the mat. And they have 5 minutes to complete that. If they do it first, it's a flash go. It's the best go. That is the best scoring one. Don't know what happened there. Maybe she didn't start the boulder problem properly. You must start. There's the judges sitting on the seats there. And you've got to start the climbs correctly. Max Thomas here. Making some progress. Getting a zone there. And nice. You can see a full body transfer over to the left there on female number 3. Or number 2, I think it is. Male number 4. Callum on the slab down there at the far end. The slab doesn't look very difficult, folks, from the comfort of your chair. However, as many climbers would attest, slabs can be super difficult when it comes to extreme balance, small footholds, body positions, and other things. Max here, nice. Max getting a top on men's number 2. Bit of a 1-2 move there for Max, making that a little bit easier, using the momentum of that bottom move. But Etsy here trying to make this transition work around the corner. And, oh, you can see how far she's got to go. And the hole's just facing the wrong way, as it tends to do. That's what the route setters are all about. But we've got, looks like we're going to get a top here from Ryan. Ryan, men's number. The looks of concentration on their faces here, folks. All the competitors wanting to make sure that they do the best they can in the semis to see if they can get there. It's good to see Kira throwing herself at that. Oh! Oh! Bit of a smile there. She was hoping to obviously get a zone on that one. Like I said before, she's in the youth A team. Competitor number 47 here, Hugo from New South Wales. Age 18, been climbing in the World Championships, the Youth World Championships, young Hugo. Did quite well, 34th and 38th this year in Dallas. Tyler down here on the final boulder problem for him today. Boulder problem number 4. A bit of a comfortable campus through that one. Got plenty of power to burn here. Looking very, very strong and comfortable. Maybe another top coming up here. A little bit of an undercling off to his left there if he just... Oh. Jaquia on female number 2. See if she can make this one count. We haven't seen a top on this one yet, folks, on female number 2. Quite a tricky little sequence to move your body around this arete. Tyler making progress now. One more to the top on the slab. Looks like it's a bit of a press or a pop. Should make easy work of this one. Nice. Top. Done. Kate Mendel. Oh, one move from the top, Kate. Got plenty of time. If she's got some power left in the tank there, I think that could be a top pretty soon for her. 6th at the Youth National Championships for Boulder in 2022 as well. Kate, an up-and-coming, very strong young climber. For Hugo on the left. There we go, undercling. I think this could be Trent from South Australia. And a top there for Trent in the centre. Got Dylan here, Dylan Soyne. Starting his competition. Looking very strong. We saw a big cross on this one before, which was the sequence that worked pretty well for the top. Now, I think that's been tricking up a few of the climbers, but we'll see if it can be done another way. Oh, super powerful. Oh, Kate so close to the top for the last move. I'm sure she knows what to do now. Bit of a rest and then time to get it done. Neve down there, not making as much progress as she'd like to, I'm sure. Back to Dylan. Oh. One-armed chin up off of 3 fingers. Power to burn. All right, well, done and dusted there. Shaqui just at the same high point that we've seen most of the female competitors get to on female number 2. Max Thomas on men's 3. And we've got Aiden Yanev on M2. Aiden made short work, very short work of men's number 1. We'll see how he goes here. Got quite a lot of height on that one. Probably need a little bit more sideways, but from what he displayed on men's number 1, I think he's got plenty of gas in the tank for this one. Gabrielle pair starting out on M1. Now Gabrielle, according to my my sheets, came out in 9th place, or made a 9th place in the qualifiers. So we're heading towards some of our top climbers in the qualifiers, folks. Kira Larson here, again making it to that high point that we've seen most of the female competitors get to so far. Seeing Max Thomas here from Queensland. He made a top on men's number 2. Most of the males who've made it to this point have got a top. So Max just locking it in, making sure. 2 tops for Max. Gabrielle not really getting past that very powerful start, quite crimpy for M1. Yeah, straight off the mat, and it's throw the power down. And now we've got Aiden made the dynamic move, the 1-2 at the top. Once he got that bottom move dialed, made short work of it. Probably a little bit cranky with himself by the look of it, but he's got a top, so that counts. Aiden, well done. Very powerful move here for Gabriel, just trying to make this work, and it was a long lock off from under that roof, from that small crimp. The 1-2 paddle here. Oh, so close on female number 4 down there. Sobi and Dobby. The slab climbs are so balancy. One small change in your hip position or foot position, and can mean the difference between staying on the wall or slowly falling off it. So we've got now, I think it's Ryan down here on men's number 4. Looks a bit like Ryan. Competitor number 84. All the way from Tassie. Trying to make sense of that one. Gabriel not making it past this early stage in this men's number 1. I think he's done and dusted. Shook his head at that one. Said, I'll save some energy for the next boulder problem. We've got the wall full now, folks. All the competitors on the wall. Oh, come on. And made the zone. Got that move there just on the buzzer, which is great. That will count towards the score and toward the finals positions. Everybody giving the holds a bit of a scrub. If you're new to watching climbing, it might seem a little strange for what the climbers are doing right now, but the handholds do get quite slippery, quite greasy. A fair bit of chalk gets built up on them, and those brushes help immensely. So before you have your go, you're more than entitled to give those holds a bit of a brush. Make sure you've got the premium conditions for making the best attempt at what you're trying to do. Seeing a little bit of a different beta from Alexander there on that one. Got Lily Warry Beaton here, starting off her competition. We haven't seen a top yet on female number 4, but let's see if Neve can make that work. Now, it seems that he may not have spotted that crimp on the way around there, or maybe he's trying to avoid it. Maybe he doesn't like crimps. 1, 2, oh! Yeah, a bit of a smile there. I think he's got it. Dylan's like, I got that next. We shall see. And Hugo Hornshaw here. Oh, come on, Hugo. Small adjustment in hip position there, and off the wall he came. Neve still hasn't made progress yet on that slab, but it's quite amazing how quick you can make progress on things like that. You might be the first go at it, feels like it's a million miles away, and 3, 4, 5 goes later, getting close. So we shall see. Lily seeing if she can make it to the zone here, control the zone. Probably would have been awarded that then, I would say. Oh, both of them at tipping point down here on the slab. Bit of the heartbreaker, and there we go. Dylan making a top. He's happy with that. He knew he had that one in his sights. Now let's see if Lily can make a little bit of progress here. That's not Neve, but Lily making better sequence out of that one. Quite a stiff crossover move on that little crimp there for women's number 1. 1 minute to go. Oh. Kate Mendel here on female number 2. Let's see if she can make a little bit of progress. We've seen the majority of the women make it to that stack or that pile of white volumes on the wall, but not to be at this moment in time. Maybe she'll make some progress. Neve stuck that move, now made the zone. This is the first time we've seen someone at this point. 3 seconds to go. Come on, Neve. Oh. All right. Rotation through. Our next set of climbers on the wall. Looks like we might have Tyler Bergen here from WA. Or maybe that wasn't Tyler, that's Max Thomas there. But Etsy on the wall as well. Kira Larson on female number 3. Etsy trying to work out the bit of a run and stop on the slab there. Sort of fast then slow when it comes to those manoeuvres. This is Maxim Pear from Western Australia. Sorry, wasn't Tyler, but Maxim Pear. Maxim straight into it around the corner here. That's such a powerful move, and we'll see. Yeah, that's the crossover move that needs to be done. Very powerful. Maya making very short work of that one. And I think that might have been attempt number 1 or 2. Doesn't even look like she broke a sweat on that one. So well done, Maya. A top. Great way to start out the competition. Aiden Yanev, who's topped both boulder problems already. Maxim now working it out. That very powerful crimpy section to start with. We've got Mia there on the blue and white, on the arete. Let's see if Mia can make some progress where others haven't. Looking solid to this point. But I think I spoke too soon. Sorry, Mia. Aiden made quick work of the first 2 boulder problems. And I think he should get that one. Things go his way. Max here. Topped boulder problem number 2 and 3. And all's fair here. He should top this. The top move's a fairly straightforward move. Maybe a little bit high with his feet there. Oh! Come on, Max. There it is. Good top. All right, Max has got 3 tops there. And Aiden looking good here. One more move to go. Match that. Excellent. Aiden making short work of that one. Max here on the replay. A little bit touch and go, this top move. There's a long way to go. It looks like he wasn't grabbing anything. Bit of suction cup on his fingers there. Max making the top. All right. Gabriel Pear from WA. Not getting the bottom move. And for some, this coordination move went pretty quickly, but for others, just not coming together. We've got Maxim here. Hasn't made it past this this section, or very powerful crimpy section. And really given a few of the competitors a bit of... This is the first time we've seen, well, first time I've seen someone up at this hold here on female number 4. Looks like we need to be around the other way with hands, but good job there by, I think that was Etsy. Done and dusted, rolling through now. Great to have you here with us, folks, at the 2022 National Bowling Championships here in Sydney. Brought to you by Sports Climbing Australia. Our sponsors, Arc'teryx and Edelrid and Red Chili. Great to have great sponsors. We wouldn't be able to do these competitions without the sponsors, folks, without the volunteers. There are so many volunteers here for this weekend, volunteering for the competition as judges, as helpers, as runners. Big shout out to all of those guys and girls, and big shout out to all of those competing as well. This is the best climbers in Australia, best bowlers in Australia, folks, competing for spots on the podium. We will have some presentations a bit later on today, but you're watching the semi-finals. Yesterday we had the qualifiers. Had well over 100 competitors across a number of different categories, but you're watching now the open female and open male semi-finals, the Australian National Championships, best of the best. We shall see who is the winner a bit later on. We still have the finals later on this afternoon, around about 2 p.m. The top 6 of each of these 20 climbers will go through to the finals, the top 6. Oh, wow. Chikwi making a pretty awesome move there. Looks like there's a slight arete there that she has to get her body around just to move the hips and the feet in and around a small piece of arete poking out. And over here on the men's 4, Hugo probably should make light work of this finish. And yes, he does. Top for Hugo. Come on. Oh, yes. We didn't see the start of it, but great to see Emily Scott getting a top on women's number 1. That was a bit of a move. Lilu slipping, but still holding the move. Let's see if she can navigate through this section. No, a bit of a stopper section, that one. All right, Marlowe here. On M1. And Dylan, young Dylan, one of our young competitors. On M3. Marlowe is on the Australian development team. Young Dylan, 16, like I said before, went to the Youth World Championships. Might be one of the younger competitors here today. Now, here's Marlowe right now. Back to Dylan. Big high heel look. Come on, Dylan. Oh, here we go. And Chikwi working that out. Oh, come on. Mate, trying to lock a heel in there. Oh, just don't worry about the feet. Just hang off it. Fantastic. Good top. Little chuckle to myself. There you go. Wasn't pretty, but it worked. Love it. All right. Lilu. Trying to make this work. All right, next rotation through, team. We're on, I think we're on the home stretch here. Let me see who we've got out on the floor now. Asher Douglas from Victoria, by the look of it. Now we've got Aiden. Now Aiden has topped all 3 boulder problems so far, and we haven't seen anyone who's made it to this point on boulder number 4 fall off yet. But let's see. It'll very solid. 4 tops from Aiden. Little fist pump to the crowd. He'll be happy with that. That'll go a long way for getting him in the top 6, I would reckon. But we still have a long way to go, folks. Plenty of competitors to come. And you never know until the buzzer is done and dusted. Plenty of climbers to pull out some absolute fantastic climbing here at the Indoor Sports Climbing Centre here in Sydney. Maya making it to that high point that we've seen so many times here on female number 3. Ah, yes. Maybe ham-hock it around another way. Just trying to get some purchase here. Looks like need to get, yeah, long foot over there. A little bit of something she's looking for. Come on. Oh, the moment you feed her off, they're flinging off around the corner. Well, let's see. All right. Let's see if Maya can make that one work. But we've got Gabrielle Pear here from Western Australia on men's number 3. Kira Larson on her last boulder problem of the competition. Seeing if she can make this tricky little slab work. Bit of a fast start to then a stop on a slab. Bit of a coordination with the feet. But right now we've got Gabrielle trying to make that work. Missed out the zone. I wonder if he has made the zone. Most people who've made it this far have made a top. Oh, come on, Gabrielle. Yes. Makes that. Maya here. Trying to work out this sequence. Does look a little bit tricky all up. I reckon staying low. There we go. Come on, Maya. Let's see if she can get her way around here. The higher she goes up, the better it is there. But once the feet cut away, then she's got to stop herself from flying out and off the wall. Foot all the way over. May work, but there she goes. Nice. That's what. Come on. Ah. I think that could be something the likes needed, but we've still got about 5 or 6 climbers to come through. And starting his competition is Asher Douglas from Victoria. Straight into that very stiff crimp at the bottom of that hold, that climb. 6 seconds to go, done and dusted. And the rotation continues. We have Joshua Mendel all the way from New South Wales here on men's number 1, rotating through. We shall see how he goes. Straight off the mat, straight into something quite powerful and crimpy. Let's see if he's got the power to make it work. Next set of climbers out. Kate Mendel just getting a little bit of a feel for female number 4. Often with dynamic moves or coordination moves, you need to sort of get a bit of a feel for the position in your body, have a few goes at it before you really get that dialed in. Looks like we might see a top here. Alexander Tchaikovsky all the way from Queensland. Getting a top. Thumbs up from the judge. Little cheeky op. And nice. Come on. One more hole, Joshua. There we go. Looks like that might have been his second go at that. That toe hook looks very powerful. Emily Scott. Oh. We've seen that one every time, folks. It'd be great to see someone get that top going. Kate trying to get this one dialed, running all the way through. It's more a bit of a pop and a stop, really. But not really getting the sequence down pat. Looks like we might have Dylan. That's Dylan Soyne. One more hole to go. One more. Match it up, Dylan. And it's a top. There we go. Thumbs up from the judge. He'd be happy with that. Couple of tops to finish off his competition. Well done. Probably our youngest climber out there. Great job. Roxy Perry. Here on female number 1. Roxy all the way from Tasmania. Great to see her travelling up here with the Tassie team. Hometown, Hobart, age 25. Been climbing in competitions for a while, since 2012, actually. Youth World Championships. Roxy, age 2011, sorry. Great competitor, consistent competitor. And first in the female junior lead in 2016 Oceania competition, and has climbed in the World Cup, IFC World Youth Championships and World Cup many times, making the top 100 many times, and been competing well in the top 100 for those years. Just recently, 27th in the lead in Jakarta in the Climbing World Cup with the IFC. Marlowe here, trying to make that one work. Now we've got Emily Scott. 30 seconds left. She's already got the zone, trying to make sense of this. Everyone wants to stay to the right, but they have to make it around the corner to the left. So they've got to commit in one way, shape or form. Could be, I think it's, oh, Marlowe on the buzzer. Let's see if he can do it. Come on, Marlowe. Oh, no. 6 seconds. He's going to give it a whirl. No, not enough, Marlowe, but good to see the commitment. All right, starting off their comp now. Liam Healy from New South Wales. And he won the New South Wales Boulder state titles this year in 2022. So we should see something special here. If Liam is on for today, we shall see. Some days you have a heavy gravity day. But Liam looks pretty solid. Locks it down very strongly there. He's here to win by the look of him. It's his first attempt at boulder problem number 1. Now this is where we've seen make it a little bit difficult on the way through, but oh, that power of that pinch. Nice. And a match there. Well, you can see why Liam did win the state championships this year. Made quick work of men's number 1. But down here on men's number 4, final boulder problem of the day for Gabriel Pear. Looks like he should make a top. All said and done. One more move to go. Come on, mate. Breathe. There we go. Hand up from the judge. He should be happy with that. Asher Douglas trying to make this work with a little bit of a skip and a jump rather than the hop. But right now we've got Max and Pear here making that work. Most competitors who've made it to this spot have made a top. Maxim looking pretty comfortable and strong here. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, good match, Max. Done and dusted. Oh, right. We just saw, I think, our high point on women's number 3 here from Mackenzie, but we're getting a top. Oh, couldn't see who that was, but Asher trying to make that one work. I got Mia here. Should make a top from here. Nice. And Mia, quite a established, experienced climber. Been climbing for a while. 18 years old. Climbed just recently in Dallas in the Youth World Championships. Came in 36th in the lead and 39th in the boulder. And has been climbing at a high level since 2019. Many competitions and great competitor. So Mackenzie made good progress on this one. Made it probably to the high point that we've seen of any of the female competitors so far. So let's see. This is probably the last attempt for her. Let's see if she's got enough in the tank. See if she remembers the sequence of this one. Maybe staying a bit lower, getting your body a bit lower to get a little further around the corner. Oh! Wow, come on. Oh. All right. Oh, Asher! that was a very athletic manoeuvre there. I thought that was quite classy. The back step all the way around, the back and the twist. He's going to give it one more whirl, see if he can get himself a zone. No, not to be. Not to be today. All right. Competitor number 48, I think, is Dylan Parks. About to step on the mats and get himself a start. And I think we have Jordan Damasco from WA starting now. Jordan. '19, has been competing in the IFC Youth World Championships since 2018 in all disciplines. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Wrong person from WA. This is Anna Davey. Sorry, folks. Wasn't Jordan. Couldn't see the the name tag. But making quick work of that one. That was Anna Davey. Also competing since 2019 in the IFC World Cups and World Championships. So we're going to get a top down here on men's number 4 on the slab. I think that was Alexander right there. Got our last couple of boulder problems here for these competitors. Lilu. Now, looks like we might have a little bit of a loose hold on the wall, folks. The route setter's just making sure that everything works fine. Now, what happens sometimes with this sort of thing is sometimes the climbers do get a little bit more time. We've got a top there. Well done. Joshua Mendel from New South Wales. And Dylan Parks here. Trying to work out this sequence. Very powerful, crimpy boulder problem number 1, M1 here. Seen this done a couple of ways. Oh, wow. Very strong. Nice with the heel hook, kept him in. Made that look like a walk in the park. Good top there. He might be a little bit disappointed he didn't get a first go, but I'm sure he'd be very happy. A tops certainly helps out. But it can be touch and go, folks, if you have aspirations to get on the top 6 or even on the winners podium for today. You want to make sure that every attempt counts, and it can come down to one attempt, the difference between a zone or a top for these competitors. Touch and go. Moments and seconds on the wall. Got now Lilu on her final boulder problem of the semi-finals. See if you can work out this start sequence. A little bit of momentum there. Very nice. Cross through. Oh! Just readjusted. A bit of a slip there on the readjustment. Now Roxy Perry sticking that sloper move here. Oh! On female number 2. Be fantastic to see a top on it and see what sort of sequence required to make that work. I don't think it's to be for Lilu. I think the clock is going to count her down and out. Her comp is done and dusted for the semi-finals. We'll see where she lands with all the scores. Welcome to the 2022 National Bouldering Championships, folks, here in Sydney at the Indoor Sports Climbing Centre. Fantastic venue. Thank you to those guys for letting us use their event venue for the event today. Big shout out to our sponsors, Arctrix, Edelred and Red Chili. Fantastic to have awesome sponsors to make sure that we can have these competitions. Our competitors are all fired up and ready to go, wanting to do the best they can. Many of these competitors travel and compete overseas as well. And with climbing, bouldering, lead climbing and speed climbing making it into the Olympics now, quite a high profile in climbing competitions. And it's great to see Australia's squads becoming competitive in the international circuits. Good to see youth development squads travelling overseas, competitors in the World Cups also. Many people very keen to be at an Olympics one day. When I speak to the young climbers and boulderers at each of the competitions, they've got their eye on the prize. They're very keen on climbing for Australia one day. Now, here on female number 4, should be pretty easy to the top from here, Maya, but it's never over till it's done. They have a nice heel hook and, yep, easy top in the end for Maya. Liam Healy, see if he can make this one work. He made men's number 1 work, or quick work of that one. Most of the climbers who've made it from this section. Oh, strong on the pinch. Top for Liam. That looks like it might be Maxim Pear there from WA on his final boulder problem of the day. Well, not the day, potentially. He could be in the finals. But right now we're looking at Asher Douglas on men's number 3. Maxim off pretty quickly. Still yet to see a top, folks. We do have a few of our competitors to come through yet on female number 2. So it'll be great to see if we can get one of those final competitors to top that one out. Quite keen to see it topped, and I'm sure the rest of the crowd is as well. But all of our competitors really focusing on what they need to do as the clock ticks down. Sometimes a little bit of strategy in this sort of thing as well. Like if you've got yourself a zone already and you're not feeling that you might make the top, sometimes the competitors will have a little rest up a little bit better for the next boulder problem. But right on the wall now, we've got Mackenzie Hansen was on and then she's off. Probably a last attempt here for Asher. He knows what he's got to do, but not enough in the tank to do it. He's going to try and get himself a zone here potentially, but no, not to be. All right. All right, on women's number 1. Judith Carroll. Straight to the zone, first attempt. Making it work quite nicely. Been, quite an experienced climber, Judith. Anna Davey here. Well, this is probably the furthest we've seen any of the female competitors get that difficulty just getting around that corner. Flexibility helps. Jessie Ruffin here from South Australia. Powerful on those pinches with that cross. Big cross. Making it work. Should finish it off quite nicely. Thumbs up from the judges. Come on. Joshua. Oh, we got a top here from Dylan Parks as well. And a top there from Judith. Second attempt, I think that was. Roxy Perry, female number 3, seeing if she can make that work. Now, we haven't seen female number 3 topped either. It may have been topped, but we might not have seen it just yet on the live stream with the semis. A little bit difficult to get all the action with so many climbers on the wall, folks, but let's see if Anna can make it work coming around this corner. Oh. Just trying to make sure when she releases that foot, the momentum doesn't bring her off the wall. Marlowe trying to finish off down there with a top on the slab. We've also got Neve Doherty here on the slab. Oh, hang on, sorry, not Neve, but that's Emily Scott. A little bit of a tricky transition on this one, but looks like most of the competitors, once they've made this high point, finish it off with a top. Might need to get her hand a little bit higher. There it is. That's what she was looking for. Heel hook and boom, solid. Well done. Good top there for Emily. All right. Let's see if Anna can make this work. Probably one of her last attempts here. Running out a little bit out of power. And Joshua Mandel here, men's number 2. Most of the competitors who make it to this section do end up with the top. Oh! So close on the buzzer. All right, getting to the pointy end of this one, folks. We've got competitor number 45 there. Just Samuel Healy, Sam from New South Wales. And Sam finishing in the top few in the qualifiers. So we should see a pretty good performance here, hopefully, from Sam. Strong straight out of the gates with the crimps. Not causing him too much problems. Looking pretty comfortable so far. Quite strong on those small holds Doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat. Oh, powerful on that pinch. Makes the finish work. There we go. Nods from the judges. Top to be done. All right, Claire Hall from Queensland. Claire again, quite an experienced climber, competing in many competitions. Young climber also. Recently travelled overseas to Dallas for the Youth Championships as well. Taking a chalk bag with her. Shows a bit more climber than boulderer in with Claire, maybe. Many of the boulderers don't take their chalk bags with them, but some do. It's a bit of personal preference. But we're watching Summer Fraser here on female number 3. Female number 4. Seen a few tops. Once you get that first move done, the rest of it seems fairly straightforward, but a little bit balancy. So you've got to get yourself all the way over and take that moon-shaped dish there a little bit further off to the, maybe with the left hand. I've seen a few of the competitors do it by running all the way past that hold and side pulling it. All right. Claire Hall here, seeing if she can make a top on female number 1. 1 minute to go. You can hear the buzzer, folks, as this rotates through in 5-minute cycles. One minute to go, then it counts down. Trying a few different betas down here. Asher trying to make the slab work. Trying to get a little bit of a hack the beta on that one with a bit of a high step or a bit of an initial foot on that one. The route setters have put some blocking holds there for the competitors. Very stretched out. 3 seconds to go, but not to be. All right. Rotation now. For some of the final climbers. All right, Judith Carroll at that high point that we've wanted to see passed by the female climbers. Trying to make this tricky transition work, but not to be. Once their feet are off, they peel off the wall. We've got Dylan there on men's number 2. Most of the competitors have made a top from this section, but it's not over till it's done, obviously. Nod from the judges. Well done, Dylan. And we've got a top here from Jordan. Making pretty easy work of that. Looks like that might be on the 2nd or 3rd attempt. Roxy Perry on M4. This looks like Jesse Ruffin from SA. Trying to make this first coordination move work. Anna Davey, female number 3. We haven't seen much of female number 3. Seems like it might be the tough one of the bunch. And a bit of a low beater there by Summer Fraser. Looked like that might work. Oh. Works for the first part, but maybe not the second part. Joshua Mandel trying to make the slab work as well. Jesse trying to work out that first move. Plenty going on. Anna trying to work it out. It looks like down here for Joshua. Most competitors have made a top from here. Don't drop it, Joshua. Easy does it. Perfect, well done. Top for Joshua. Ben Abel here from New South Wales. Still giving men's number 1 his best. An experienced climber, Ben. Been climbing in some of the World Cups for quite a while. Climbing since 2015. And still competing today, international standard. Ben, one of Australia's best. Oh, bit of a slip. Recently competed in the World Cups this year in boulder and in some lead climbing as well. Haringen, Brixton and Innsbruck, where he came in the top 100 in the world. Not a mean feat. Not getting the crossover. No top for Ben. So Ben was our final male climber. And we'll see him rotate through to number 2 in just a moment. And we're on the home stretch for the semi-finals, folks. Make sure you stick around. Let everybody know that a bit later on today we will have the finals of the National Bouldering Championships. They will start at approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon, New South Wales time, here in Sydney. But until then, we've still got some competitors vying for those top 6 positions in the competition here today. Samuel Healy trying to make his competition work, and quite an easy top there from Campbell Harrison from Victoria. Little fist pump. He's happy with that one, as you should be. Liam Healy here, trying to make a top on this slab here. Making that foot cross through pretty easily. With slabs making a bit of progress, I reckon he'll be, my call will be a top on this one for Liam, but we shall see. For the moment, we are with Samuel, and Samuel makes a top. So 1-2 at the top there. Makes that move a little bit easier. We've seen a couple of people pinch and stop on that pinch, and super powerful. Leah Hall here on female number 2. Bit of a foot slip there for Leah. Lucy Sterling around the side there. Competitor number 31. And Summer Fraser on female number 4. Oh. All right. Bit of triple action down here with 3 climbers on the wall at once. Not making that foot stick over there, unfortunately for Liam. Oh. Now let's see if Leah can make this work. Clear not working out that sequence coming around that corner. We haven't seen that one topped. We haven't seen female number 3 topped either. So I'll check the scores a bit later on. But it's been a pretty stiff competition. Great climbing and bouldering all round. But right now, Lucy Sterling on female number 3. Summer Fraser on female number 4, and Liam Healy on men's number 4 down here in the slab region. Lucy making the zone. Oh. Let's see. These 2 competitors could be on their way to a top. Liam choosing the high foot. He's tall enough to have the low foot, but we'll see. Yeah, makes that work quite easily once he gets to that section. Happy with that one. We'll see if Summer can make it work. A little bit tricky on the transition here. I think she's got that. Yeah, worked that out very nicely. A little bit of a reach on the top here, but if she can get that solidly, maybe get a heel hook in, she'll make a top here, no problem. Well done. On the buzzer as well. Well done, Summer. All right. Rotation is on. And we've got Ben Abel here on men's number 2. There's Jessie Ruffin there. But again, we've got a little bit of compressed action down here in the slab corner. Female number 3 and 4 at the same time. All right. Jordan, let's see if we can see some progress on this one. Staying a bit lower, which is a little different to a few of the other climbers. got a hand a bit further around. So I wonder if she dropped her leg. She flagged underneath that she'd have enough weight under there. But anyway, it's easy to call it from the comfort of the chair. Not as easy to do it in these competition circumstances. And we've got a top here from Jesse Ruffin, men's number 2. Ben Abel on the mat, just going to take a break. Still got 3 minutes. Looks like you got a top there on that one as well. But we've got Jordan here. We've got Judith. And we've got Dylan Parks. Oh, Dylan sticking the step across onto the dual text there. Those holds, folks, if you see there's a shiny bit and a not so shiny bit, they're called dual texture holds. And the shiny bit's quite slippery and plasticky, not much to hold on to. The other bits are got some grip on them. Come on. Oh. Well done, Dylan. Top for Dylan. Got Lucy here. Oh, Judith, sorry. Judith. Hoping something springs to mind, staring at that wall intently. To see if she can make something work on female number 3. We haven't seen much progress on this one. I believe that's the zone. Oh. That might be the move. Looks like it's quite powerful. Up to a bit of a Gaston crimp. It is the National Bouldering Championships, folks. Welcome. If you're joining us a little bit late, we're on the tail end of the semi-finals here. Got Jordan Damasco here on female number 2. We have not seen a top on this one yet. She's our last competitor in the semi-finals in the female section. It would be kind of cool to see a top on this one. She's crimping those bolt holes on the top. Come on. Oh, trying to make something work. Judith. I think she's got the, yes. One move away from the top. Go, Judith. I think this is the, oh, what a crazy cross. Oh, come on, hold it, oh no. Judith knows that she can't do that again right now. That was a shame. But that's the way it is, folks. You have to hold and control that with 2 hands until the judge gives you the nod from the judging seats. So the last few competitors moving into position. Clear hall here on female number 3. We've got Lucy Sterling, female number 4. And we have Campbell Harrison all the way from Victoria on male number 4. Let's see if these 3 can pull something out of the hat for the last few boulder problems of their semi-finals. Looking pretty steady here, Campbell. Quite tall, and sometimes that does help on slabs. So, depends on his ability with ankle and hip and coordination strength. Lucy just trying to line up what that might look like. And clear trying to work out what she needs to do for this next boulder problem. Well, thanks for joining us, folks. It's been quite an action-packed couple of hours when it comes to the bouldering here at the 2022 National Bouldering Championships. Brought to you by Sports Climbing Queensland, Arc'teryx, Edelrid and Red Chili. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to all the competitors as well. These are our best competitors in Australia for the competition climbing scene. Many of them climbing at international standards, traveling all over the world to compete as well as Australia. And it's great to see them all congregating here this weekend for the competitions. We do have the bouldering today. These are the semi-finals and finals today. On Saturday and Sunday, we will be having the lead competition also. The qualifiers will be on Saturday, and we will be live streaming on Sunday the lead semi-finals and finals as well, folks. So make sure you join us for that one on Sunday. But right now you're watching the semi-finals of the National Championships 2022, and you just saw Lucy Sterling on female number 4. Final boulder problem for her today. Most of the ladies have made it to the top from this position, so fingers crossed. I don't want to put a kibosh on Lucy there, but you know, just get a foot in, maybe a heel hook or something. There we go. No, a toe. Lucy getting a top there. She'll be happy with that, I am sure. Campbell just trying to make this transition here, this foot transition work, but not really getting it done. Claire Hall also trying to make a little bit more progress, make the zone. 1 minute to go. Most competitors would have at least 2 or 3 attempts within a minute or so, depending on the difficulty of the climb. Certainly Campbell could have plenty of attempts. It's not very physical, but quite technical and balancy. The slab, where clear, looks like it'd be it's a very powerful with small holds for her to make progress. Calling it done. Saving her energy for the last boulder problem of her competition. These last few boulders, folks. Of the semi-finals. Ben right here. On his final boulder problem. Not the final, sorry. On his 3rd boulder problem of the semi-final. This one and another one to go for him. Now we've got Judith Carroll up on the wall. We've got Jessie. And Jordan. Jessie's had a number of tops. Let's see if he can make the slab work. Ben. Not making that one work just yet, but plenty of time to go. Working out body positions, moves, and what he needs to do. As you can see, Jessie there, trying to make that transition, that foot transition work, but a little bit more balance required or precision required on that step across, let's say. All right, Ben, let's see what you've got. Come on, Ben. Quite strong, making those moves work. Doesn't look like he's quite feeling it right there, but I'm sure he'll shake it off and get his head in for the next attempt. Judith trying to make the skip across between those two volumes work. They look large, but they're not that big when you're staring at them on the wall, folks. You've got to make sure your feet are being accurate when it comes to where the rubber and the location is. But what we've got over here is we've got Jessie popped across, and I think I've said it a few times, most of the competitors making it to here do make a top, but that doesn't mean everyone will. Jessie making a top, and Judith making the zone at the same time. A few more moves to go. The moves are a little easier from here on, but they're still easy to drop if you mess them up. A bit of a foot transition here is quite tricky, but all said and done, I think Judith will make a top on this one. And the top it is. Well done for Judith. And we've got Jordan. Looks like Ben made a top also on men's number 3. Jordan here. We haven't seen a top on female number 2 or female number 3. We've seen some pretty good progress, some close tops. Judith almost had a top on female number 3 before, but just couldn't hold the match on the top. That was a great attempt. But right now, Jordan, last minute. Female number 3 for her. She's made the zone, I think. Judith has done and dusted. We shall wait for the scoreboard, folks, and see who has made it where. But stick around for the finals later on. Like I said before, if you're listening in, great to have you here at the National Championships in 2022. We will be having the finals this afternoon. The top 6 boulderers will go through to the finals starting around 2 p.m. So make sure you join us for that. Before we finish up on the semis, I will let you know who's looking most likely to be in those finals. You will be able to check that out online, I think. It's available to all the competitors. But right now we're watching Samuel Healy and Clea Hall on the last couple of boulder problems. For these two, and then we've got 2 more to go, which is Ben and Jordan. Looks like being a little bit taller is beneficial for men's number 4, but it doesn't really always work out that way. Sometimes you can see shorter climbers do better than taller climbers. You know, I get asked the question all the time, is it better to be taller or whatever it might be? And the answer is, well, there's no perfect shape or size when it comes to height, when it comes to climbing. See some of our best climbers in the world, you know, a sub 5 foot or, you know, early 5 feet. And some of them are tall. So you can work out different moves in different ways depending on your size and your height. But right now we're seeing Samuel, I think, make a top quite easily from that lower foothold. And he uses the knee. Little smile, little cheeky smile to the judges. And clear. I think she now has got a bit of a feel for what she needs to do on this last. On this last boulder problem for her, the female 4 slab. Just over and over trying to get that into the body. Just making sure she gets the feel for what she needs to do. Still got 2 minutes. Yes. Oh. She's still got 2 minutes to go. And she should be able to make pretty good progress if she can stick this bottom move. Most of the competitors, once they've stuck the bottom move on female number 4, they can maybe only 15 or 20 seconds to get to the top or less. We shall see how clear is going. The last 2 competitors waiting in the wings. 1 more minute to go, 1.5 minutes for Ben and Jordan to have their final boulder problem attempts. Clear here. A minute or so to go. Plenty of time to do it. Not seeming to make as much progress as she wants, but I'm sure once that clicks, she'll be able to get to the top on this one. Clear. Yes, there we go. She doesn't have to rush it. Plenty of time. Shaking out, getting a little bit of chalk. A little tricky transition here with the feet. Come on. Ah, well done, clear. And from here, usually, most of the competitors have held the top. Well done. And there, you can see it, folks. You know, sometimes it looks like you're not making any progress or getting anywhere, and then all of a sudden, boom, the body kicks in, things work, and you're making it work. But a good crowd here, competitors and supporters here today at the 2022 Boulder Championships. Big shout out to all of you online. Thanks for joining us. This is the live stream, which is fantastic. Thank you. And our last 2 competitors are up for the semi-finals, Ben and Jordan. And looks like we've got some provisional placements here, folks. We'll show you in a little bit. Stick around, won't be long. But for the moment, our last 2 competitors for the semi-finals are having their attempts at their final boulder problems. Ben looking to go fast all the way to the other side. We'll see if he can make that beta work. But for most of the competitors, a cross through. Oh, a bit of a skip. That's, oh, there we go. Nice for Jordan there. she went all the way and caught it with her left. A few of the competitors have done it that way. And Ben making it work as well. We could see dual tops here, folks. Come on, Ben. And Jordan just needs to get it a little bit higher. Now she's got it. Ben's top. And Jordan top. Well done. Dual tops to finish it off. That was fantastic. Well done there. That's it, folks, for the semis. Stick around. We'll come back and show you the provisional placements in just a moment after we hear a little bit from some of our wonderful sponsors. All right, folks, let's get the scoreboard up and we'll have a bit of a look at the finishings. At the moment, our top 6 with the open females looks to be Maya Stasic in number 1, Lucy Sterling number 2, Anna Davey number 3, Jordan Damasco number 4, Judith Carroll number 5, and Emily Scott number 6. Now, folks, there will be a time for some appeals on the competition, and that is the female placements so far. Make sure you come back and join us at 2 o'clock this afternoon for the final. But in provisional positioning at the moment, Dylan Parks in number 1, Aidan Yenev number 2, Samuel Healy and Liam Healy. 3 and 4, Alexander Tchaikovsky, number 5, and Ben Abel, number 6. At this moment in time, that's what the ranking looks like for the finals this afternoon, folks. There will be appeals and other things in the meantime, but later on this afternoon, we will have the finals. So make sure you stick around, folks. All done and dusted. Big hugs from the route setters and the supporters. Jason Witten coming to you live here for the semi-final, folks. Like I said, this afternoon at 2 p.m, come back, you will see the finals being done. Now it's time to sign off on the semis, and we'll be back around about 2 p.m. for the finals. Thanks for joining us, folks. Take care and see you soon.
Once you cross this world and into that unconscious state, you will vividly be present in everything you see. Closer and closer you go.